Aquarius, the enigmatic water-bearer, walks among us cloaked not in armor, but in unfiltered authenticity. What makes them so utterly irresistible is not something tangible, something you can hold or claim. It is a frequency they emit, a vibration just slightly off from the rest of the world. And those attuned to higher truths can feel it before they even see it. Aquarians are the gentle revolutionaries, souls born not just to live, but to awaken others. Their minds are celestial archives of future dreams and forbidden thoughts. While others dwell in what is, Aquarius dances freely in what could be. Their allure is not a trick of charm, but a pull of destiny. You don't find an Aquarius by chance. They appear when you're ready for change. Their beauty lies in their contradiction. Cold, yet deeply passionate. Distant, yet profoundly involved. Silent storms of electric curiosity. They are not lovers of routine or prisoners of the known. Their energy defies logic, and it is precisely this unpredictability that draws people in like moths to the flame. You never fully understand an Aquarius, and that is their spell. They do not fit into molds. They crack them open. They do not settle. They elevate. They are not just ahead of the curve. They are the curve. The very bend in the timeline that shifts humanity forward. One cannot overlook their mind, an infinite labyrinth of ideas, questions, and theories. To speak with an Aquarius is to feel time dissolve. Hours vanish as they take you through galaxies of thought, as if the universe itself whispers through them. Their words are like soft lightning, striking gently, but illuminating everything. They challenge your beliefs not to oppose, but to awaken. They don't speak to be right, they speak to be real. In their presence, pretense fades. You are either genuine or you are gone. What makes them irresistible is not only their vision, but the purity of their detachment. They are loyal without chains, loving without suffocation. Their love is a rare elixir, freedom wrapped in trust. They will not chase, nor will they beg. If you are with them, it is because your soul vibrates on a similar frequency. They do not need to possess you to keep you. They do not fear solitude, because their own company is a cosmos unto itself. And yet, when they choose you, it means something deep, something final. Aquarians are the architects of the intangible. They see patterns in chaos, symmetry and destruction. While others run from change, they walk toward it, hands open, eyes unblinking. They are not afraid to burn down old ways to build something better. With them, you are constantly reborn. Their presence alone can make you question the life you thought you wanted. They are not here to support your illusions. They are here to dissolve them. With their presence comes clarity, often uncomfortable, always necessary. Their compassion is different. It is not loud, not performative. It is felt in the way they remember what others forget, the way they offer silence when words would only be noise. They don't always say, "I love you," but they will research your dream, advocate for your freedom, and protect your truth even when you're too afraid to speak it. Their love is not always warm, but it is fiercely honest. You will never have to doubt where you stand with them, though you might not always like the answer. Aquarius is not for the faint of heart. To love them is to unlearn what love has been taught to be. It is to swim in deep, uncharted waters and find yourself in the process. They do not promise comfort, but they promise awakening. They won't always be there in the traditional sense, but they will always be a fixed star in your sky, silently guiding you to your truest self. Their loyalty is eternal but never conditional. Their truth is unwavering but never cruel. They do not just enter rooms, they shift them. Their aura precedes them, and long after they leave, something remains. A thought, a feeling, a seed planted in your mind that begins to grow days later. They are the quiet catalysts, the subtle forces that dismantle old systems and plant seeds of rebellion. They are impossible to forget, because they do not just touch your skin. They awaken your soul. They are not addictive because of what they offer, but because of what they awaken within you. Being around them feels like a home you never knew you were missing. They carry the wisdom of the stars and the weight of humanity's future. Their pain is often invisible, hidden behind layers of thought and space. They carry burdens not their own and still find ways to smile. Their strength is not brute, but spiritual. They survive not by force, but by transcendence. They rise above without arrogance, and they rebel without hate. Their defiance is divine. Their resistance is sacred. You do not earn an Aquarius. They appear when the time is right. You cannot possess them. But if you align, you will rise with them. They are both mirror and map, showing you what you are and what you could become. Their love does not bind, it liberates. They are not meant to be understood fully, and that is the point. They are the space between the notes, the silence, that gives music its meaning. They are not a chapter in your story. They are the shift in genre, the turning point, the moment the ordinary became extraordinary. They walk with the knowing of someone who has lived many lives. There's something ancient in their eyes, something that sees beyond the present moment. They read people like books, sensing motives before words are spoken. They forgive quickly, but never forget a vibration. Their memory is energetic, not emotional. They remember how you made them feel more than what you said. If they walk away, it is not out of anger. It is because their energy no longer recognizes yours. Aquarius is the rebel with a cause, the visionary with a heart. They may be misunderstood, but they are never without purpose. They are the ones who dare to imagine a different world and then take the first step toward building it. They are not loud leaders, but quiet disruptors. They don't just break rules, they rewrite them. They are not here to belong. They are here to remind the world what it means to be free. And just when you think you've grasped them, they shift again, ever evolving, ever becoming. Their growth is never ending, and that is perhaps their most magnetic quality. You are drawn not to what they are, but to what they are becoming. To love an Aquarius is to chase a star that always stays just out of reach, lighting your path even as it keeps moving forward. They are the storm and the stillness, the question and the answer, the spark and the silence. With them, there is no middle ground. You are either transformed or you are unchanged, but you are never untouched. And so, if you've felt their presence, whether in a brief glance or a long, unspoken connection, know that it wasn't random. Their energy finds only those who are meant to evolve. And if you're reading this, perhaps you've already been chosen by their frequency. Perhaps the shift has already begun. Because the truth is, an Aquarius is not just a person. They are a movement. They are the echo of tomorrow calling back to today, a reminder that evolution is inevitable and necessary. Their presence is a sacred invitation to step beyond comfort and into the unknown, to embrace the chaos of growth and the beauty of transformation. When you encounter an Aquarius, you stand at a crossroads. You can turn away to the familiar, or you can step forward into a future rewritten by courage and vision. Their influence lingers long after they have physically gone. Like the moon pulling tides, they sway your emotional oceans without saying a word. Their impact is subtle yet profound, altering your emotional topography and shifting your inner landscape. You may not always understand the shifts at first, but with time you see the way they've pushed you toward deeper authenticity. They are not mere companions on your journey. They are landmarks, guiding stars who show you the vastness of your own potential. Aquarius will challenge your preconceptions of love and loyalty. Their loyalty is not possessive, it is freeing. They are not bound by jealousy or fear, but hold space for individual growth and freedom. They understand that true connection thrives in trust, not control. They will encourage your wildest dreams, even if those dreams lead you down paths they cannot follow. They love without chains and without conditions, knowing that love is not about ownership, but about honoring the light within another. Their freedom is contagious, and it often frightens those around them. To be close to an Aquarius is to confront your own fears of being caged, your own chains of expectation and conformity. They do not demand your surrender. They invite your liberation. They see beyond societal masks and recognize the authentic soul beneath. When they open their hearts, it is a sacred act of bravery, because they risk vulnerability in a world that often punishes difference. Their detachment can sometimes be mistaken for coldness, but it is a protective armor woven from countless disappointments. They have learned that to survive their own intensity, they must guard their inner sanctum fiercely. Yet beneath this barrier lies a heart that beats with radical compassion and fierce loyalty. They may not always show their feelings in conventional ways, but their actions speak volumes. They will defend you quietly, yet powerfully, standing for your truth even when you cannot. Aquarius possesses an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and truth. Their minds are always hungry, exploring every corner of thought and philosophy. They are seekers of wisdom, unafraid to question everything, including themselves. This intellectual hunger keeps them young in spirit and restless in soul. They will never settle for easy answers or shallow conversations. With them, every dialogue is a journey into uncharted realms of thought and possibility. They attract other seekers and misfits, those who refuse to live small or silent lives. Their friendships are often unconventional, but deeply loyal. They create tribes of the uniquely minded, communities bound not by blood, but by shared visions and ideals. In their presence, you feel the liberation of being truly known without judgment. They encourage you to break free from societal expectations and embrace your quirks and contradictions as gifts, not flaws. Aquarians are not motivated by fame or fortune, but by impact and legacy. They dream in colors the rest of the world cannot. See? Their visions are not always welcomed. They are too radical, too ahead of their time. But history remembers those who dared to dream differently. They are the future ancestors, planting seeds of progress and justice that will bloom long after they are gone. Their influence is subtle but enduring, rippling through generations like quiet revolutions. They hold a paradoxical power, the power of invisibility and presence at once. They can fade into the background, observing and analyzing, yet when they choose to step forward, their presence commands attention. It is not a demand, but an invitation, a magnetic pull that cannot be ignored. They do not seek to dominate, but their energy naturally inspires leadership. They lead by example, by vision, and by the quiet force of authenticity. Their relationship with emotions is complex. They feel deeply but process differently. They are not ones to drown in feelings but to transcend them. They approach emotions with a clinical curiosity, analyzing and understanding rather than reacting. This can make them seem detached, but it is a survival mechanism that allows them to remain grounded in chaos. When they do share their feelings, it is a profound gift, revealing depths few get to witness. Aquarius is the eternal student and the eternal teacher. They learn from the world and, in turn, offer new perspectives. Their knowledge is not meant to elevate themselves, but to uplift others. They have a vision of a world where innovation and compassion coexist, where individuality is celebrated and collective progress is the goal. Their ideals may seem utopian, but their faith in humanity is unshakable. They believe change is not only possible, but inevitable. They carry the energy of rebellion, but without bitterness. Their defiance is joyful, a celebration of freedom rather than a cry of anger. They break chains not to destroy, but to create. They envision new ways of being, living, and loving that transcend outdated systems. Their presence is a challenge to stagnation and complacency, a call to awaken and evolve. With an Aquarius, you never stagnate. You grow or you fall away. Theirs is a love story not written in fairy tales, but in stars and storms. They love with an intensity that is not always visible but always felt. Their love is an act of courage, a risk taken in a world that often misunderstands them. They may not be the easiest partner, but they are the most transformative. To be loved by an Aquarius is to be seen, truly seen, and to be invited into a dance of growth and freedom unlike any other. They defy the ordinary and redefine connection. Their relationships are experiments in freedom and trust, where boundaries are fluid and growth is constant. They reject possessiveness and demand authenticity. With them, love is a journey without maps, a wild exploration of souls. They don't seek to complete you, but to complement your journey. They are not your other half. They are your whole. Aquarius is the mystery that keeps you awake at night, and the promise of dawn that fills you with hope. They are the questions without easy answers, and the answers you never dared to ask. They challenge you to live boldly, love deeply, and think freely. They are the spark in the darkness, the beacon calling you home to yourself. With them, you find not just love but revolution, not just passion but purpose. Their essence is freedom wrapped in enigma, a puzzle that never fully reveals itself. You are drawn to them not because they are perfect, but because they are real. They are the light that breaks through the cracks, the wind that carries seeds of change. Their energy is a call to awaken, a reminder that you are meant for more than survival. You are meant for transformation. And so, as you stand on the edge of this understanding, know this. The journey with an Aquarius is not a destination, but a path of continual becoming. It is a dance between chaos and clarity, between solitude and connection. It is an invitation to step into your own power, to break free from illusions, and to embrace the wild beauty of your truth. Theirs is a love that liberates, a presence that awakens, and a spirit that never ceases to evolve. They are the revolution, within and without, the promise of a brighter tomorrow, whispered on the winds of change. To be touched by an Aquarius is to be forever changed, to be called to a higher vibration, to be invited to rewrite the story of your own life. Because in the end, Aquarius is not just a sign, they are a cosmic force, a timeless energy that moves the world forward, one radical, beautiful step at a time. The story is far from over, because Aquarius is a never-ending evolution, a ceaseless quest for new horizons. They do not settle into complacency, for their soul is a restless wanderer, always seeking, always questioning. Their spirit is a river that refuses to be dammed, flowing ever onward, carving new paths through the bedrock of tradition. To follow an Aquarius is to embark on a journey without guarantees, a voyage into the unknown, where every moment is a chance to redefine reality. They carry within them a paradoxical wisdom, the wisdom of the ages and the freshness of the newborn. They know the weight of history and the lightness of possibility. They have seen civilizations rise and fall in the tapestry of time, yet they remain unshaken, holding fast to the belief that the future belongs to those who dare to dream it differently. This ancient knowing infuses their presence with a quiet gravity, a magnetic pull that draws the curious and the brave. An Aquarius will never ask you to dim your light or mute your voice. Instead, they amplify your uniqueness, encouraging you to shine in ways you never imagined. They are the champions of authenticity, the fiercest defenders of individuality. With them, conformity is a cage, and rebellion is an act of love. They celebrate difference not as a novelty, but as the essence of life itself. To stand beside an Aquarius is to be challenged to live your truth unapologetically. Their mind is a kaleidoscope of ideas, ever-shifting and kaleidoscopic. They see connections where others see chaos, patterns where others see randomness. Their creativity is boundless, fueled by an insatiable curiosity about the world and beyond. They are inventors of possibility, dreamers of futures yet to be born. Their thoughts are seeds scattered on the winds of change, destined to sprout in the fertile minds of those willing to listen. But their genius is not without its shadows. The brilliance of Aquarius can sometimes isolate them, setting them apart in ways that feel lonely. Their depth is often misunderstood, their eccentricities dismissed. They bear this solitude with grace, finding solace in their own company and in the vast expanse of their inner worlds. Yet beneath this solitude lies a yearning for connection, a desire to find souls who can walk beside them without trying to tame their wildness. They are paradoxes walking in human form, simultaneously detached and deeply caring, fiercely independent yet profoundly loyal. Their love is a delicate dance between closeness and space, between intensity and freedom. They do not smother, they liberate. They do not possess, they inspire. Their relationships are sanctuaries of growth, where both partners are free to evolve, without fear of judgment or abandonment. Aquarius's allure is not just in their ideas or their ideals, but in their fearless authenticity. They do not hide behind masks or pretenses. What you see is what you get, complex, contradictory, and captivating. They speak truths that others avoid, confront realities others deny, and live lives that challenge the status quo. Their courage is contagious, igniting flames of rebellion and renewal in those who dare to follow. Their vision extends beyond personal horizons to encompass the collective. They are the humanitarians, the activists, the architects of a better world. Their hearts beat not just for themselves, but for humanity and the planet. They hold space for marginalized voices and forgotten dreams. Their mission is not self-serving, but world-serving. They believe in progress, not as a destination, but as a continuous process of awakening and healing. Aquarians are not content with superficial change. They seek transformation at the roots, challenging systemic injustice and outdated paradigms. Their revolutionary spirit is tempered by compassion, guiding them to fight not with hatred, but with hope. They inspire movements and nurture communities, sowing seeds of peace in fields scarred by conflict. Their impact may not always be visible, but it is undeniable, rippling through time like waves on an eternal sea. They possess a unique relationship with time, a timelessness that sets them apart. While others rush through moments or cling to the past, Aquarius exists in a space beyond linear time. Their perspective is panoramic, encompassing past, present, and future simultaneously. This grants them foresight and patience, a calm amid storms. They understand that change unfolds in cycles, and that sometimes waiting is an act of power. Their presence is electric yet calming, a paradox that fascinates and comforts. To be near an Aquarius is to feel the pulse of possibility, the heartbeat of the cosmos. They invite you to dream bigger, think deeper, and love freer. Their energy is a balm to the weary and a spark to the inspired. They hold space for all who seek to transcend limitation and embrace potential. But with such power comes responsibility, a burden Aquarius carries with solemn grace. They are acutely aware of the consequences of their visions and choices. They weigh freedom against chaos, progress against preservation. They struggle with the balance between detachment and empathy, between individualism and community. These internal conflicts fuel their complexity and deepen their humanity. Aquarius does not promise ease or simplicity. Their path is often challenging, marked by moments of intense solitude and profound revelation. They confront shadows within themselves and the world around them, refusing to look away. Their resilience is forged in the fires of struggle, their strength born from vulnerability. They teach that growth requires discomfort, and that true freedom demands courage. Their influence extends beyond personal interactions to inspire entire generations. They are the muse of artists, the guide of innovators, the spark behind revolutions. Their ideas ripple through culture, science, and philosophy, shaping the contours of modern thought. They are often misunderstood in their time, only to be revered, in hindsight, as visionaries who dared to see beyond the veil. To love an Aquarius is to embrace a life of constant evolution. They will challenge you, inspire you, and sometimes unsettle you. But through it all, they offer a rare gift, the gift of awakening. They show you what it means to live authentically, to love freely, and to dream boldly. Their love is not a destination but a journey, a shared exploration of the infinite possibilities within and beyond. They are the bridge between the known and the unknown, the past and the future, the self and the collective. Their presence reminds you that life is a dance of paradoxes, that growth is a spiral, not a line. They teach that to be truly alive is to be ever-changing, ever-learning, ever-loving. With Aquarius, you step into the wild unknown and discover the limitless power of your own soul. Their essence cannot be confined to words or labels. They are a force of nature, a cosmic dance of light and shadow. To try to define them is to limit their vastness. They are mystery and revelation, chaos and order, solitude and connection. They are a living reminder that the universe itself is infinite and ever-expanding. As you continue to encounter Aquarius energy, whether in one person or in many, know that you are touching something sacred. You are part of a larger story, a grand unfolding of consciousness and freedom. Aquarius calls you to awaken, to rise, and to embrace the fullness of your being. They invite you to walk the path less traveled, to break free from the chains of expectation, and to live boldly in the light of your truth. The journey with Aquarius is a journey into the heart of possibility. It is a call to step beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond limitation. It is an invitation to dance with the unknown and to celebrate the mystery of existence. With Aquarius, the future is not written, it is created. And creation is an act of love. So, as you stand on the threshold of this revelation, open your heart to the endless dance of transformation. Trust in the power of your own evolution and in the radiant energy of Aquarius. Together, you are part of a cosmic revolution. A revolution of spirit, of love, of freedom. And as this story unfolds, remember that every ending is but a new beginning. The dance continues. The revolution thrives. The mystery deepens. Because Aquarius is eternal. And so is the journey ahead. The dance with Aquarius is not for the faint of heart. It is an invitation to embrace uncertainty, to celebrate paradox, and to find beauty in the unexpected. Aquarius challenges you to live without scripts, to trust the unfolding of your own story, and to honor the wild, untamed parts of yourself that society often asks you to hide. Their energy is a call to radical honesty, to be true to who you are, even when that truth feels uncomfortable or isolating. They teach that freedom is not the absence of boundaries, but the presence of self-awareness. With Aquarius, you learn to build walls not to imprison, but to protect your sacred space, the inner sanctum where your soul can breathe and create. They show you how to balance connection and independence, how to love deeply without losing yourself. This balance is not static, but a living dance, a constant negotiation between closeness and space, between giving and receiving. Aquarius is a mirror reflecting your own potential for transformation. They hold a space where your ideas can evolve, where your fears can be faced and released. They remind you that growth is not linear, and that setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. Their presence encourages resilience, a knowing that every fall carries the seed of a rise, every ending the promise of a new beginning. Their vision of love transcends romantic ideals. It is a cosmic love, a love for humanity, for the earth, for the unseen connections that bind us all. They believe in the power of collective awakening, in the potential for each individual to contribute to a greater whole. Their relationships reflect this belief, rooted in mutual respect, shared growth, and a commitment to truth. They are not interested in fleeting passions or surface-level attractions. They seek soul-deep connections that inspire evolution. Aquarius's commitment to truth can sometimes be harsh, even painful. They are not afraid to confront injustice or hypocrisy, whether in themselves or in others. Their honesty cuts through illusion, exposing what is hidden and calling for accountability. This can be difficult for those unprepared for such raw clarity, but it is an act of love, a refusal to settle for anything less than authenticity. With Aquarius, you are invited to drop masks, face shadows, and rise into your fullest self. Their courage is revolutionary. They do not merely dream of change, they live it. They embody the possibility of a world where diversity is celebrated, where innovation and empathy coexist, where freedom is both individual and collective. Their energy is a beacon for those who feel different, who have been marginalized, who yearn for a space to be themselves without apology. They are the architects of new paradigms, the voices of the future speaking in the present. Theirs is a spirituality grounded in action and awareness. They do not separate the sacred from the mundane, but see divinity in the everyday. Their rituals may be unconventional, their beliefs non-traditional, but their reverence for life is profound. They honor the earth, the stars, and the infinite mysteries that connect all existence. Their lives are prayers of possibility, acts of rebellion against stagnation and despair. Aquarius is a symbol of hope in turbulent times. When the world feels fractured and uncertain, their energy reminds us of the potential for unity and renewal. They teach that true power lies not in domination, but in collaboration, that the future is co-created by many hands and hearts. Their presence is a call to awaken from complacency and to engage fully with the challenges and opportunities of our time. To walk beside an Aquarius is to embark on a journey of constant discovery. You will be challenged to question everything, to expand your perspectives and to embrace complexity. There will be moments of frustration, confusion, and loneliness, but also moments of profound insight, joy, and connection. Aquarius invites you to see the world through their eyes, to witness the beauty in imperfection, the sacred in the mundane, and the infinite in the moment. Their love is a radical act of freedom, a rebellion against the constraints of fear and conformity. They love not to possess, but to liberate, not to bind, but to empower. Their relationships are laboratories of growth, where both partners are free to evolve and transform. They reject codependency and celebrate interdependence, a dance of mutual respect and shared journeying. In the end, Aquarius teaches us that to live fully is to embrace paradox, to be both grounded and visionary, both solitary and connected, both fierce and gentle. They remind us that growth often requires discomfort, and that love demands courage. Their energy is a call to wake up, to break free, and to live boldly in the truth of who we are. They are the cosmic revolutionaries, the dreamers who dare to imagine a better world, and the builders who work tirelessly to bring that world into being. Their legacy is not just in the ideas they spark, but in the hearts they awaken and the lives they transform. They are the whispers of tomorrow, echoing through today, the eternal flame of possibility, burning bright in the face of darkness. So, if you are lucky enough to cross paths with an Aquarius, listen closely. Hear the call to awaken, to grow, to love without limits. Trust in the journey they invite you on, even when it leads you into uncertainty. Know that their presence is a gift, a challenge and a blessing, a doorway to a deeper, freer way of being. And as you walk this path together, remember, the story does not end here. It unfolds endlessly, a cosmic dance of light and shadow, freedom and connection, chaos and creation. Aquarius is the promise of tomorrow, the spark of revolution, the heart of transformation. Theirs is a love that never fades, a spirit that never ceases to evolve, and a light that never dims.